In spite of our intellect knowing and realizing fully well about our weaknesses, we are still not able to control the outwardly tendency of mind many a times. The tussle between the intellect and mind continues. Sometimes intellect wins, sometimes the wandering mind. Please bless us to control the strings of mind by practicing more and more self-awareness, control and awakening. Sorry Shamji, it is not about awareness, control or awakening. It has something else which you need to understand. For example, if I go into take the command of Sri Krishna, then Sri Krishna says Indriyani Mano. Indriya, sense organs, Mano, mind. Buddhir syadishtanam uchyate, and your intellect. These are the places where your Vasnas and your urges live. 3 places: senses, mind, intellect. Right? Sri Krishna is giving all the 3 in this one shloka. Your senses, your mind, and your intellect. These 3 are the places where your vasanas live. Etar vimoyatesh jnanam avritya dehinam. And these are the one which are going to cover up your sensibility and intelligence. And these 3 will push you to go into the indulgence. Because your vasanas are in one: senses, mind and intellect. Let's say, through your eyes you saw something. That day I was in a small town, and it's very wondrous experience to be in small towns. Why? You have the hawkers coming in the street, right? So one hawker was saying, Gol, gol, gappe. Very detailed. Yeah? Gol, gol, gappe. Masaledar, gol, gol, gappe. You heard the sound, gol, gappe. You had eaten. Memory is there. Impression is there. And then you heard the sound. Come and eat. Gol, gol, gappe. Kitno ke muh mein pani aaya? You know that tamarind and mint chutney in the water which has some ice cubes floating, and those puffed puris in which he threw some boiled potato and boiled black gram which has masala into it, and they dipped into that syrup, and you say, Gol, gol, gappe. Ah. Your ear heard word Golgappe. Your subconscious got stirred up. Your tongue started salivating. Right? Eh? Eh. Your tongue started salivating, and your mind pulled out the box of subconscious where the memory of eating the Golgappas is there. So your senses, your mind, in your intellect, 3 are the places where all your vasanas are. And Sri Krishna says that it is covered with the sheath of ignorance. So you never know when, which, and where this desire will raise its head like a hood of a snake. Let me give you a story. An old Mahatma was dying, and on his deathbed, his disciple said, Gurudev, give me last teaching before you leave. The summary, the concise experiences, can you give me some teaching? Guru said, don't have a cat as a pet. And he died. He couldn't understand, what's that with my sadhana? What is cat to do with it? For months and months, he just stayed in that ashram, hoping to understand that What did this mean? Then one of his guru's friend came. And then he said that I am in a big dilemma. My guru gave me the last teaching, and that was don't have a cat. What is that? The senior Mahatma laughed out loud. He said, okay, I'll tell you. When he was young, your guru, when he was young, a cat came in his hut. She was so cute. Meow, meow, meow. And she came and sat in his lap. And he just patted the cat, and the cat started loving, and she won't go anywhere, and she stayed there. And then one day the villager said, Mahatma ji, this poor cat is here. You have to feed her with some milk. So when you come to us, only then we can give you milk. You don't come every day to the village. Your poor cat will die of hunger. So please, we can offer you a cow. You keep this cow and feed your cat. Mahatma said, okay, fine. He took the cow. And then villagers saw a whole day he is after that cow. Now feed the grass, now milk the cow, now do this, now do that. So his whole sadhana was gone in drain. Then a villager, he came, he said, Mahatma ji, we can see you're working so hard to take care of the cow. I think so, we should do something about it. So what do you want to do? He said, there is a young widow. Nobody wants to keep her in our house, and she has nothing to do at home. We can send her. She will take care of the cow and the milk and the cat. And you are now getting old. Mahatma said, okay. Then that young widow came. So she was a very efficient person. She took care of everything, the cow, the cat, and then one day the Mahatma also. So people said, it's not a nice thing, a young woman in your ashram living, so why don't you get married to her? At least you should obey the rules of the society. And it's not a nice thing. People are gossiping, rumor mongering is happening. Your good image is getting tarnished. Mahatma said, okay. So he married that woman. So now he with his wife, new wife, cat and cow, he was living wonderfully. Then a time came, the wife became pregnant, and while giving birth to a child, she died. And then that cow also died. And then he was left only with that old cat. And one day he wondered, what happened to me? I was a Mahatma, I was doing my yogic sadhana, and then this cat comes, and then cow comes, and the wife comes. And then wife dies and the cow dies and cat is still there. Oh God, what did I do? My whole life got ruined. So the most important teaching of my life is don't have a cat. Your vasanas are in your mind and intellect and your senses. And you have to understand this, that until and unless you don't work deeply, this papmanam prajahi yenam gyan vigyan anashanam, these vasanas will bring destruction to you. And it will push you towards great sins. And your urges and your vasanas are in your senses, mind and intellect. And they are all covered nicely with the veil of ignorance, ajnana. So it won't just go away by repeating the word I am Satchitanand and the world is illusion, because your vasanas will be still very much real. What you need is the viveka. Without that, it won't work. Viveka will lead you to dispassion. The dispassion will lead you to the consolidation of knowledge in your intellect. And that's when the knowledge will bloom. Otherwise, people get victimized by their own minds, by their own intellect, by their own senses.